Hey,
Y'all, hey.
welcome to another episode of Beyond Expressions. I am your host, Patricia, now here with my amazing husband.
Byron Harris.
Absolutely, y'all. Welcome to those of y'all who are first time visitors. And if you are not a first time visitor, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay, we are back. I know we've been gone for a minute, but we are back and we are ready to, I don't know, hit the ground running this year in 2025, right? Now, before we go any further, y'all know what we need y'all to do.
Hit that notification bell, like and share this post so every time we drop new content, you'll be the first one to know.
Absolutely, y'all. All right, so to start off, y'all, we just celebrated 5 years of marriage. 5 years. That's a long time.
It is.
And I've always heard that year 5 is the hardest. Did you ever hear that?
Is it up to year 5 or is it when you're in year 5 going into year 6?
I feel like it's the first 5 years.
First 5 years.
Year 5.
I don't know. Ooh.
What have y'all heard? Which one is it? Is it the first 5 years is the hardest, or is it the 5th year that's the hardest? I can speak for us and say that our 5th year, I think, has been our hardest year so far.
Yes. I was thinking, I was like, because you know how you always say when you count the years that you married, do you say that you're in that year or you're going to that year? So I was just thinking about like
we just celebrated being married
for 5 years. Yeah. Yes. So yes.
So we're going into our 6th
year. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So year 5 was definitely one to write home about.
Huh?
No, that's what the people say to write home about. You know, just you writing.
Write home about?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a saying.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that?
No.
To write about? One for the books. One for the books. Yeah.
Yeah, that. And I say it just because we had a lot of transitions in this year. So I think that's what made it the hardest year for us this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, not like in a bad way, but it was definitely our most challenging year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
We had a really great day. Yeah. We start off with and it was a surprise for me. But it was
my first time. I don't even know if I even be around horses like horses like that. But you see them on TV, you might see them passing or like the carnival or something, but like you don't ever just like go and just be like hanging out with a horse. We hang out with horses today.
Yeah. At our house we saw the horses down the street. We hung out with them a little bit.
Yeah, we did. You right. I forgot.
And behind us.
Yeah, we did.
But this was your first time on a horse.
So it was my first time riding a horse. Yes.
Yeah. So, did you like it?
I did. I felt like a cowboy.
And you been wanting some cowboy boots for the longest.
So now I'm gonna buy some cowboy boots.
They just made
I'm a cowboy.
Oh my.
I guess we get a hat too.
Oh my.
I might just start liking cowboy hats.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Go ahead, reach out to Cam Newton and get me one of them cowboy hats.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think that's my next move. Cowboy hats to church. It might be the only time I wear them at church. Yes. Cowboy hats. What do I think about cowboy hats and boots?
For regular people.
For non-cowboys.
Exactly.
Think about my dad because he always watched like all the cowboy movies, and Gunsmoke, and
easier walking around that cowboy boots. Exactly. So what else we do today?
Then when we went out to eat, went to Green Valley Grill.
No, before that.
We laid around. Before riding that horse was tiring.
We went to a cafe, a bistro cafe, in Clemens, North Carolina.
Yeah. What's it called?
I
Creekside Bakery. I think.
I don't remember, but it was really cute.
You're talking to this place. It was.
Yeah.
I had me a latte with vanilla in it.
Mm-hmm. And we had a chocolate cake.
Triple chocolate cakes.
Triple chocolate cake. And
yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah. Because after we went, because we went to Ride Horses in Clemens, so we stopped there.
Yeah, it was
the
a
bakery.
nice little impromptu.
Yeah.
Stop. I enjoyed that, but overall it was a really good day. It's been a really good weekend, and we're still celebrating. So, this will be out on Superbowl Sunday. So after y'all watch Super Bowl, maybe y'all come here.
Yep.
Not maybe. Y'all will come here.
Come here. not here, but
watch.
Come here.
Yes. Come to the channel.
But come here.
So, yeah. In honor of it being our celebrating our
the rest of the day.
Going to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, we went to Green Valley Grill in Greensboro.
Yeah.
It's attached to the O. Henry Hotel for anybody who, might know of that or not. It was really good.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had the Parmesan crusted chicken with mashed potatoes and green beans.
Yes. And I had the rotisserie chicken with, was it Greek roasted potatoes?
Yeah. And the weird thing, they had goat cheese. I was like,
yeah.
I tried it, and I said, I'm sliding it to the side.
Yeah, and then they gave us the free cake.
They did. It was nice. It was good.
Yeah. So.
When the waitress had been, then it was dope because the waitress had been there too. So.
Yep, she did say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She understood the assignment.
And
then
had our living room decorated, and you see a little picture out inserted somewhere right here.
Yeah.
So that when we came back, we walked into a little decorated scene with some column balloons and a picture backdrop for us. So it was really dope. And that's Bouquets by Maya.
Yeah.
So she located in Greensboro, North Carolina, but she does travel a little bit away. So hit her up.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you, sis.
Yeah. And we try to put her somewhere in the video. So.
Put it in the bottom of the.
And you can definitely find her on Instagram. Yep. So. Yep. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So in honor of us celebrating our 5 years of being married, I wanted to talk about grace.
Oh yes, Lord, because it was by His grace.
Grace in marriage, though.
Ooh, grace
right?
in marriage.
Yeah, grace in marriage. And so, what does grace look like in marriage? Right? What does grace look like in marriage? So when I talk about it, what do you think about first?
Grace
in marriage, like when I say what does grace look like in marriage, what's something that pops into your head?
Understanding that we're not perfect people.
Okay.
We might not do everything right, but the things that we do, we understand that we're still human.
Okay.
You might make mistakes. Might forget to take the laundry out or something, or to put the dishes in the dishwasher. That's grace, Not get mad at you for the little things.
Grace.
Yes.
Not the forgetting part.
Yeah. I was getting let me land it. I had to land.
Yeah. The
build up.
The forgiving part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It might just be surface level, but that's because it's the little things, a little leaven the whole loaf, right? Loaf. Like loaf of bread.
So one of the points that I looked up, it says grace in marriage is the act of extending forgiveness, blessing, or acceptance to someone who may not necessarily deserve it.
Oh.
Right. And not even, and so
is that grace or that's grace in marriage? Like that's just
grace.
Yeah.
But we're talking about grace in marriage.
Right. I'm just talking about the definition.
So when we talk about when it says this or whatever, I wanted to expound and say not necessarily somebody who don't deserve it, but somebody who doesn't deserve it, but I wouldn't say that you don't deserve grace, because you did something or forgot to do something. But yeah. So Apostle Paul, Ephesians 4:32 said, "Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you." Okay, so easily to forgive each other. It might not be easy all the time, I guess, but forgiving one another and remembering that Christ has forgiven us for things over and over and over again.
Yeah, I don't think it didn't say it too easily. I think it just said to forgive one another.
Yes.
Because, like you said, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Anything that...
All the time?
Yeah, not all the time. It'll be easy. There'll be times where it'll be easy, but anything that's, difficult for the flesh is always going to be... anything that's good for the flesh is always going to be difficult. Kind of, sort of, at times.
At times, yeah. And then Colossians 3:13 says to forgive one another as Christ has forgiven us. So, us being Bible believers and Christ followers, applying grace should come from us pretty much holding on to the thought of, well, God has forgiven me.
Yeah.
Like, God keeps forgiving me.
Yeah.
Now, in my flesh, I guess I can say there might be some things I might forgive you, but we might not be together no more. Right. There are some things that are just not for people. Forgivable. And not even forgivable, just to the point of I might forgive you, but
I might not be able to stick with you after that.
Yeah,
which makes sense though. I mean, you ain't make us no fools,
Yeah.
no speed bumps.
Yeah.
So
now I'm not. There are situations, circumstances for everybody, and everybody has their own way of thinking and their own what they're willing to forgive. So if you forgive something that somebody else cannot, or you can move past it in a way of reconciling, that's on y'all, and that's great. But that might not be for somebody else. So, yeah. Then it talked about being tenderhearted, and it said that in the Bible, being tenderhearted means having compassion, empathy, and sensitivity towards others. It also means being willing to forgive and act with kindness, patience, and self-sacrifice. My Lord, take marriage.
That's marriage.
Self-sacrifice is at the top of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Bible says the two become one. So obviously, you're sacrificing something, a little bit of something, right? Or maybe a lot of bit of something to have to become one.
Yes. So maybe I've talked about it before, or I've thought about it before. Yeah, because we talked about coming to the altar, the altar being a place of sacrifice, the altar being a place.
So we talked about it as it being like you're putting down your old self.
So yeah, I mean, I think that goes together.
Oh, yeah, it does.
You're sacrificing.
Yeah.
So
you're putting yourself down.
Yeah. And then but once we're able to do that, then I think grace becomes a little bit easier.
Yeah. Because
you're moving yourself out of the way.
Yeah, you're taking the eye out. Yeah, it's kind of like sports. That's what I think about. No I in team, only in win.
Yep. Well, we want to win. Oh, Lord. But no, there's no I in team. In marriage, you're supposed to be a team.
And you are a team. Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah. But then the act of kindness and patience too, those go hand in hand. Like,
Yeah.
but patience is a big one too, I believe.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what about like? I mean, I think all of those are good. Like you can actually kind of like spend a whole episode on each one of those things when you're talking about. Well, I'm not, maybe not a whole episode, but like you could. Well, yeah, you can spend a whole episode like tenderhearted. Like, what does that mean? Like having empathy. Like, you know,
That's what tenderhearted are, those things that we just said.
Tenderhearted means yeah. Well, just think about like what like just breaking all those down. Tenderhearted, sympathy. Yeah, that's good though.
Not sympathy, empathy.
Yeah, empathy, not sympathy. Empathy is good. I think empathy is really key, because it can be hard to kind of
put yourself in somebody else's shoes. That's what empathy is.
To like feel what they're feeling, or well, not even feel, but to understand what they're feeling.
Yeah, to try to see it from
their perspective. Yeah,
that can be hard.
Yep.
Because and I think it's down here. Ways to practice extending grace. I was gonna say that can be hard if we aren't actively listening.
Yeah, actively practicing it. Yeah.
You know, if we're not actively listening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So
not listening to respond. We're listening to understand.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like overall, you have to practice all of those things, which means you're practicing actively listening. It's a practice. You know, you got to practice it, which actively listening is practice. The thing that you're practicing. Yes, that's what I was trying to get to.
Yes, you lost me.
No, you're right, man. So active listening and empathy.
When we're saying empathy, it automatically brings to me, well, if we're trying to put ourselves in the other person's shoes, then we have to actively listen. That's where it was bringing me to.
Yeah.
Because when you actively listen, you're trying to listen to truly understand. And that's why I was saying sometimes it's hard, because you just listening so you can be like, oh no. So, and then I put in parentheses on my thing. I was like, are we both being heard?
Yeah. So, with that, are we both being heard? It just made me think about a podcast that we watched, the Marriage and Money podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And what the couple was saying was that they take turns sharing what, how they're feeling, and they like literally say, okay, you go, if you speak, then I go, and then I don't know how many times they go back and forth, but they said if they they would do it just so they can get an understanding of what each other is feeling. And then he said that if they can't come to something, then they kind of just like, okay, it must either kind of either reconcile or they just pull away, because it must not have been that serious for them to not to be able to understand what they were saying or something like that. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. When you said they're like, I say something, you say something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the same podcast, but there was another something. It may have been a show or something that I was watching, and somebody was in therapy, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a technique where one person said what they were feeling, said what they were thinking, and then the other person repeated what they said.
Ooh, no, that wasn't the same one.
Right. So the other person repeated what they said, and was like, okay, so what you're saying is, what did you say?
That's good.
So that they can
understand what they're saying.
Well, so that they can be sure that they're understanding.
Yeah.
Not just so they can be sure, did I really hear what you said?
Yeah.
Because if I don't repeat it, you might.
If I don't repeat exactly how you said it, then I definitely didn't get it.
Then I probably didn't get it the way that you meant it.
That's good though. That's a good technique.
It was probably in a show that I was watching that somebody was.
No, that's a good technique.
Yeah, I like that.
Dude,
I like that idea. That's something that we can implement whenever we can have those moments that we need to reset.
Get some clarity.
What are some ways in your marriage that you see grace being given, or are there ways, are there areas that you feel like you could give more grace in, or that you feel like you need more grace in?
That's a good question.
Let us know that. Because
I think it will take some time to like think about you. Like you would like literally have to like sit down and think.
Well, like, yeah, unless it's something that's already on your mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because grace is gonna carry us a long way. I mean, think about the fact of God's grace for us. That's what carries us so far, right? And so long because of His grace.
Yeah, we wouldn't be sitting here if it weren't for His grace.
No, we're not in the the old times where it wasn't grace, at that point, but we're in the period of grace, and I'm thankful for that. That you done gone already.
Yeah, because I ain't putting no lambs onto the sacrifice or nothing.
You would have.
I would have. Oh no. So if it would,
if that's what was needed, but
yeah,
He's already done that.
Yeah.
So.
Skirmish.
You would have found the way.
Bang.
Nah, I can't do it for you. Oh no, you can't do it. So yeah. That's an honor of a celebration of years.
Yeah.
And so just wanted to know, what does grace look like in marriage? Do you feel as though you extend enough grace? Do you feel like you've been extended enough grace? Are there areas where you feel like you need more grace, or you need to give more grace? Yeah. Those are good conversations to have with your spouse.
Yeah.
Alright, so wanted to implement into the 2025 season, as we close out every conversation, getting to know the Harrises in about 30 seconds. Right? So we're gonna close out with like 2 to 3 questions, random questions, right? So the Harrises in 30 seconds is when we answer random questions pertaining to ourselves and to our marriage in order for you all to get to know us a little bit better. So, ready?
Spawn this on me, y'all.
Yeah. The questions that I didn't really think about them because I wanted to be in the same boat as you. Like,
just random.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Think I'm gonna, no. Craziest dream that you had about us?
But so these are like things that you have to think about. It's so weird. I don't know. Okay, so I hardly dream, right? And when I dream probably like once, twice a month.
It's the craziest dream you had about us.
I legit can't remember because like I said, baby, I don't know. I would have to think about it. You go.
I don't think I've heard that. I'm gonna tell you about a dream about us. What did I tell you about us?
You said you had dreams like where. What was one thing you said? Like something happened, or maybe like I scared you or something, or you said something to me. You've told me, I just can't remember them though.
So maybe not craziest dream, but talking to you in your sleep. Like when you're talking in your sleep.
I'm talking in my sleep. Talking.
I'm trying to like talk to him in his sleep. When he says something, I try to like keep him talking to like
in my sleep because I do the same thing.
I know I talk in my sleep.
She have a whole conversation. Yeah. She have a whole conversation.
Sometimes I catch myself. Alright. What would a love story be titled? Characters in a role.
Ooh. a love story or like
What would our love story be titled if we were characters
never mind.
in a romance novel?
My for me off the gate. Happy never friend.
You can take that.
Because that's real. It wouldn't be homie of a friend. It'll be friend, homie friend. You don't know. I say homie of a friend because that's out of the of how it became. But let me think of what our love story be titled.
That's too easy because there's a hashtag.
Right, but that was us though.
It was.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. So that's why that popped into my head like that because that was us. I'm gonna think. That was mine, but I'll rephrase it since I'll come up with a second one really quick while you go with yours.
I don't know, something about dreaming, dreamer.
Hmm?
Something about being a dreamer, being dreamers, or being like.
So you're talking about like now in the marriage?
I mean, it says, "What would your love story
Yeah.
be titled if we were characters in a romance novel?"
So something about dreamers.
Well, I don't know. Our love story.
Yeah, a love story, not like the walk or the what we walked out with.
That's what that is, though. Right? That's what your love story is.
Yeah, but you said dreamers as if like we're like thinking about we're dreamers. But I mean, I really like our story be titled homie, lover, friend.
I guess
I mean that's just like
love story.
this is longer than 60 seconds.
Back then, you didn't want me.
Yeah. Oh. Back then. Yeah.
Something like that.
No. Friend zoned.
Out in the friend zone.
No. Friend zoned.
Yeah, so out of the friend zone, it insinuates that you want in the friend zone.
Because I say that because you don't give the title. The title can't give away the story, right? Because if you just title the friend zone, they're gonna like, man, I wonder why this title friend zone, and then the twist is we got married. Yes. Friend zone.
I guess.
Yes, that's perfect.
Something like it. What's the funniest nickname you've ever had?
I'm not good. I've only had one. Well, okay, so no, I used to be called Mighty Mouse in high school. I did. I did. It's called because I was short and like strong like Mighty Mouse.
How'd you Mighty Mouse?
They call me Short Dog on the football field.
Okay, maybe I can hear that.
Short Dog. I can't remember.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Mighty Mouse. Yeah, I'm not gonna give my family nickname. They call me.
That's your best. That is.
That's not funny. That's like this is my mind. That's what Ariana used to call or bring it down the comments. So Short Dog Mighty Mouse.
My funniest was probably PD.
Yeah.
But it's not really, I mean,
Thank you. It's
it's
not
not
funny.
funny to me because
That's your nickname.
it's my name.
Right.
And it's a river.
I guess.
I see it every when we go to the beach.
Ah, I got you.
And it's a town,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And it was longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're working on it.
This is in 60 seconds.
Supposed to stand this up. I'm going to stand timing. Hey, that's what we're going to do. Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's it. I don't know. Hopefully you guys know a little bit more about us. And every time we come together, we'll do that. So y'all get to peek into us a little bit more. Okay? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Beyond Expressions. Y'all, once again, I am your host, Patrice Chanel.
And I'm Myron.
Y'all, thank y'all for coming out, and we'll see y'all again the next time.
Peace.